Thank you for that. So, I want to come up here and really speak about some of the people in Best and in my life who've been behind me, because up until this year, actually, until my latest Best meeting, I had no clue what Best stood for. I was introduced to Best by Elias, and if you know Elias, I think Elias might not know what Best is. But it turns out it's building educational success teams. And like Coach Mills told you, I've always been part of a team, basketball, football, but not a team like this. And I was blessed to be brought into this team by not only Elias, who we heard from earlier, but from another individual who couldn't be here today, Dr. Bobby Daniels. Dr. Daniels, I met him last year after I was already awarded the scholarship. But when I did meet him, I had a chance to sit down with him at the Hotel Bethlehem. And we sat and spoke for at least an hour and a half. I had to have that conversation because in there, he really told me something I needed to hear, because I thought things were easy. I went through high school, had a good time, college was going well so far. But he told me that there's gonna be a time I need to fight. He looked at me and said there was times where I had to fight. See, Bobby Daniels grew up in the South, and Billy, you know how old he is? 90, just turned 90. And as an educator, not only was he the first black student in a lot of his classrooms, but he was the first black teacher. He was the first black administrator, first black college professor at his schools. He taught at UNLV as he was the dean of students and student affairs, one of the highest positions as a black man. There was no other teachers there like him, but he left, and I could never figure out why. Googling Bobby Daniels leaves UNLV, like Bobby Daniels, I'm gonna be honest, Bobby Daniels kicked out of UNLV. I had to know. So, as Billy knows, I sent him letters. I sent him 2 letters, I called him a bunch of times. And what he told me is sometimes you just have to fight. And what Bobby Daniels told me when he was at UNLV, it was the biggest opportunity he had, but it was an opportunity to show how much he could fight. At UNLV, his last year, they told him they're gonna cut his salary in half because it was needed to give other African Americans a chance. Which sounds good, but you gotta fight for something like that. They walked in and they took half of this man's life. He had a family, so he decided to leave. He went on to another college and fought again and got all the way to the top. And just knowing that and hearing that and knowing that those are the people behind me at Best, I have no choice but to keep fighting. I want to say this is first or second grade. We had to speak about our superheroes. And of course, I picked my dad. But my reason was because I didn't think he slept. But I didn't think he slept because around then, we're in the same house we're in today. And as a middle child, they forget you're there. But I was there when me, you, Mom, and Eli were in one room on the 3rd floor. I remember it. But I don't remember you coming home because you were working so much. And all I thought was, man, this dude doesn't sleep. He's a superhero. He's taking care of us. All he does is go to work. And from that, having him on my educational success team, having him on my Best team, I have no choice but to keep fighting, like Mr. Daniels said, and to keep working. Sometimes to forget about the sleep. And sometimes to get out more. But thank you for telling me all that, Dad. I know if I'm half the father you were, then I was a success. So thank you.